Well, hello there. So this video is going to be featuring the elusive FJ45LV, or more commonly referred to as the FJ45 Wagon. These are really neat trucks. They are in fact the original Land Cruiser four-door wagon that's evolved to the big monster that you see today at the Toyota dealership. Kind of interesting history behind these trucks. Toyota did not actually build the bodies and assemble these as they did all the other Land Cruiser models at the Arakawa plant. This was subcontracted to, I know some wonderful cruiser geeks out there are going to correct me, so I don't remember, it was either Suzuki or Samurai. No, Suzuki, or I think it was Suzuki that contract built the bodies. When we restore these, when they're raw metal, it's pretty interesting because you can see lead lines where hand beat and formed panels are all stitched together. So you don't see too many of these. I can make the grand statement of saying that we've restored more of these than anyone, but to be honest, that means we've done like 6 of them. So you just don't see that many of these. Really cool, really interesting body with the corrugated sides and the real block-like tail. This particular one was actually restored by us Stage 3 back in 1999. The basic specifications include a GM 5.7 Vortec engine with fuel injection, a 5-speed transmission with a 19-spline split transfer case, full custom leather interior with late model Toyota buckets, Tuffy console with upgraded pad, which we replaced the foam and updated to the matched leather. Disc brakes, power assist, AC, power steering, and you'll notice the glass on the truck's quite unique. I like to use architectural glass and then have it tempered for automotive, so the glass has a really nice, subtle, kind of a warm cognac tint to it. So this truck to me is a great balance between vintage aesthetic and evolved mechanical. Very mild exhaust tone. It's not trying to be Ricky Racer's stomp, pulling tires, smoking monster. You'll see here on the front powder coat on the bumper there's a little bit of corrosion. It kind of irks me. I'd like to see that redone before we deliver it to the final owner. But in all fairness, that's how it's been all these years. We've learned to clear coat powder coat over metallic substrate powders because the metallic will literally be active and corrode. So this truck was before I learned that lesson. Here you see custom gauges we did utilizing video units with digital trip and odometer meter, but in the stock housing with the stock idiot lights that are unique to these early years. Audio systems non-invasive with 6x9 rears, a Nakamichi 6-disc in-dash CD head unit with AM/FM and blah blah blah. That's built into a custom center console, which also includes additional video instrumentation, power port, and 2 of the custom vents for the AC system. That's the stock location for the spare tire I just showed you, and it is covered in matching leather skin. And I don't really remember why, but we have an alternate carpeted skin for it. The underside of the body and the inside floors are all Line-X polyurea coated. Then the rear mat is it's a 2-fold mat with rubber back, and it's removable if you're going to haul dirty stuff. Headliner is done in the stock style, although we geeked out just a wee bit and did welting again in the leather and an offset vinyl. There are a lot of details on this truck, such as the rubbers for these taillight lenses, the quarter rubber, the windshield rubber, and the rear liftgate rubber that are actually no longer available. So nice details. No vinyl, all these panels are leather. The idea was to keep it somewhat vintage, but give it a little bit more styling and flair at the original commissioning client's request. And then obviously the bucket seats are far more comfortable than the vintage. So just now, this truck only has like 40-some hundred miles, I don't recall exactly. Coming in for consignment, had been sitting for a long time at a vacation house in a garage here in Southern California. We replaced the upper and lower radiator hoses, cleaned and hot tanked the radiator, replaced the transfer case output shaft seals and side cover gaskets, And then we replaced the front axle Burfield seals, clutch, slave cylinder, master cylinder, rear pinion seal and fluid, new shock bushings, new oil pan gasket, full AC service, air and fuel filters, new wiper blades. And I think that's it, other than a nice detail. The truck has never been abused. It's really hardly been used. It's mostly been sitting. This truck's quite similar to the one that we built for Alan Jackson that sold at Barrett Jackson recently for, I think, 75, 85 grand. I actually kind of like this one a little bit better, personally. Really fun truck. Here you can see that mild tint to the glass. Of course, all the weather stripping and everything is brand new. The body was a raw metal repaint. There you see the original Toyo Pet logo before deciding to go Toyota, T-O-Y-O-D-A, and eventually T-O-Y-O-T-A. They actually were called Toyo Pets until some American marketing genius said, "What are you, nuts? No one's going to take a car called a Toyo Pet seriously." So I always thought that was kind of neat. You only see that on the early 45s. Other minor details include the Hella-horn upgrades, halogen headlights, Optima battery. This engine, I'm guessing, but I think it's about 315 horse. Here's some stills out of my archive showing the vehicle when in process of the restoration. So you can see it was quite thoroughly done. Due to the age on the restoration, there are some minor deals that should be addressed, but nothing too major. Looks like I got to grab that phone call. Thanks for watching.